What's going on, YouTubers? It's me once again, RKO2582. About to do, as I promised, my 2011 yearly review titled The Good, Bad, The Comeback, and The Farewell. And now that 2011 is half behind us and we are ready for 2012, so let's not waste any time and get this yearly review underway. Yep, now I'm going to talk about the good, in my opinion, on this past 2011. Like I said before, I'm going to talk about like the good in wrestling, my other passion, anime, pop culture, all that stuff. Alright, the good, I would have not started this any other way, but we got him. If you didn't know what I meant by that, I meant that we finally, after 10 long years, we finally got and killed Osama bin Laden. Pretty much America itself was epic that day, and I sure was. It made you damn proud to be an American. That's all I gotta say. And for me, the very first time I actually went to Battle Group this past February of 2011, and when I first went in there, it felt surreal, and words couldn't describe how I felt. And I've gone just 3 times. I went there over my New Year's Eve party, and it was so much fun. And I think I might go there next year. Who knows? And so I'm gonna keep going to Battle Group a bit more in 2012 because I loved it over there. Something good always happens. And of course, MomoCon 2011. Man, this was like my third MomoCon appearance overall, and it was in the Georgia Tech Square. Even though the location get problems, trust me, I was one of them. But overall, I still had a good time anyways. But especially with this coming MomoCon with big changes for the new year, I gotta say it's bring them on. And early in the year, now that my sister's about to go to college soon, I got to take a tour at the Flagler College at St. Augustine, Florida. It was a pretty big campus, and I actually liked it, but yeah. But my sister doesn't want to go to that school, so probably thinking about Central Florida and all that stuff since my sister does Disney Mart. And of course, WrestleMania 27. Oh my God, this was a dream come true for yours truly. I was saving this. I was working holiday shifts so I could get a ticket, and I went with my boy Aiken to this event, and I had so much fun. I know most people's opinion about WrestleMania 27 is like, oh, this is one of the worst WrestleMania. Yeah, that could be arguably true, but for me, it was amazing. I don't care how bad the show was, but I will say there were some things I could have done without. But overall, I was amazed by the show. I enjoyed it live. Oh my God, the people, everything. We really raised it up. The ATL lived it up that night. And of course, the night after WrestleMania 27, and I know people are tired of this hyping up with the Rock and John Cena's match at this year's WrestleMania 28 in Miami, Florida, in the Sun Life Stadium. Yeah. And of course, my boy Christian. Oh yeah. First title win at Extreme Rules, and we all know what happened less than a week after that. And then the summer of CM Punk with that epic promo he gave, Money in the Bank pay-per-view, pretty much leading up to their match, and my God, the Chicago crowd was all behind CM Punk. They were like, screw CM, they were booing his ass. And then, of course, I enjoyed that video when he invaded Comic Con. It was just insane. It made me wish I was at that Comic Con. Wish I was in California. And of course, Punk's epic title win at Survivor Series 2. I know when he won it back for the second time, and it was beating Del Rio, and he may have tapped out. I marked out like the Punk mark that I am. And like he says, best in the world! Oh yeah. And then you had my Anime Weekend Atlanta, of course. This is the 17th one overall, the events. And that was like my 7th appearance. I know from the past A's I've been to, And this coming year will be my 8th one. I'm only getting close to 10 times, man. When it gets to the 10th time, I have to do things 10 times what I would normally do at the con. So I love going to that con. It's like my home con, man, next to MomoCon. But I know AWA is just, it gets better and better each year. So I can't wait to see what 2012 will bring. And then I went to my boy Alex's Halloween party. It's always fun in that house. Second time, and hopefully next year's will be more awesome. And then I returned to Atlanta Anime Day after, a nearly 2 years absence of that event because I went to the very first one they ever had. Oh, and of course, making YouTube videos like this. And ever since March of 2011, I've loved doing this so much. And of course, finally, thanks to a friend of mine, Ash, she got me into Korean music, and I thank her so much. I love her to death, and ever since the first Korean song I ever listened to is, of course, Brown Eyed Girls, Abracadabra, and ever since then, my love for Korean music took off. So, Ashley, I thank you for that so much. And now let's go on to the bad and or worst of 2011. Alright, kicking off the bad of 2011, in my opinion, is, of course, the Japan earthquake that took place back in March of 2011 when, they had, like, I think it was over a 7.0, magnitude earthquake and stuff like that. It was just sad. When I first heard about this, I was just hurt, really hurt, because I love Japan so much that I've always wanted to go there someday. Didn't there, and of course, surprisingly, recently, going into the new year, Japan unfortunately had another earthquake, and I'm gonna pray for Japan once again, and Japan will rise again. I have no doubt in my mind it will. And like I said, I'm gonna keep praying for them. I love Japan. All right, you had the NBA, NFL lockouts, yeah, but thankfully they got resolved, and oh man, of course, I couldn't have the bad of 2011 without Christina Aguilera's botching of the national anthem. Boy, man, Facebook and Twitter went crazy once she, I know, messed up the anthem at this past 2011 Super Bowl, and I had to watch it again just to see if she screwed up, and she did, and I was just like, man, Christina screwed up big time. I wasn't expecting that from her. And then later on in the year, ran into some trouble with, law and stuff like DUIs and stuff. But thankfully, right now she's back on track. So I guess she just had bad times again. And of course, the stupid Kim Kardashian wedding that only lasted about 72 days, and it was just retarded. And that dude, whatever his name is, I forgot. And he kind of looked like a douche too, kind of tell too, and pretty much making me thankful I am not a Kardashian fan by any means. All right, enough of that. This one's a really controversial topic. Obama's current presidency. As you, yeah, it shouldn't be no surprise that people have been very, very critical about Obama's presidential reign ever since he was sworn in and stuff. And pretty much in 2012, this is his very important year. It's pretty much going to make or break Obama as a whole. Either he's going to continue being our president or we're going to have a new guy. Which leads me into the GOPs and stuff. The GOP party itself, I mean, in my opinion, even though I don't like to talk about politics, but this is what I'm going to say. In my opinion, the GOP party is pretty much playing hot potato on who they want to face Obama. At first, you thought Rick Perry was going to be the guy, but after his poor performance in one of the GOP debates, they're like, hell no. Next, you thought Herman Cain was going to be the guy. I know everybody was on the Cain train, as they point out, but unfortunately, like shades of Tiger Woods, keep getting mistresses, and then his wife speaking up for him, which unfortunately led him to resign from the race. So now you pretty much have Ron Paul and Mitch, I forgot what his name was. Yeah, they're pretty much the lead GOPs right now. So All I gotta say is just, well, whatever. Alright, the economy's still struggling. It haven't gotten any better. And the unemployment, even though it's went a little lower, but it's still high. So, and of course, the Casey Anthony case. Sorry, Kaylee Anthony case. Man, I was just like everybody else with this case. She she, in my opinion, is the white OJ. I'm dead serious. Because I still think she killed her kid. I'm still going to keep saying she killed her child. And they're going to let her free. Yet, which I'm getting to right now, the Troy Davis case. I mean, you have an innocent black guy. I mean, over something that happened like over the AIDS, and then over 2 decades later, they finally bring it up, and then unfortunately, he had got executed. And it pretty much showed, in my opinion, that the system once again sucks ass, and pretty much they have a white and black point of view of everything. It's like if you're white, then you pretty much get away with crap. If you're black, no matter if you're innocent or you did stuff, you're screwed. Alright, business still shutting down, recently Blockbuster, that was no surprise. And Borders and other businesses shutting down just because, the economy pretty much taking a toll on businesses. So it's very hard to keep businesses intact nowadays. And of course, the WWE's biggest releases over the years. 2011, you had Melina. That really upsetted me. That really uproar. Gail Kim, Chris Masters, Vladimir Kozlov, D.H. Smith, and Murray's. Man, those releases really took a toll on your boy here. Alright, let's get on with the comeback of 2011 in my opinion. After 7 long years, you have the jabroni beating, pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, step on the brake, put your foot on the gas, always ready to whoop some ass, people's champ, The Rock, made his comeback of all comebacks back in February on Valentine's Day 2011, and your boy marked out like he was 9 going on 10 years old again, and he had like the biggest pop in years. And now that is one of my top favorite moments of 2011 WWE wise, because it was just insane, and I sure as hell did not see that coming at all. I've watched that promo like so many, the millions and millions of times. So, and Rock kicking ass at Survivor Series back this past Survivor Series in 2011. His first match in 7 years, I marked out again. He did not miss a step. Even after 7 years, he still got it. And I like during the speech when he said, "Oh, I still got it? Shit, I always knew I had it." Rock still funny, and I'm still kind of rooting for him against John Cena at WrestleMania 28. Alright, you had, can you dig it? Sucker! Booker T return at the Rumble. He got the biggest pop of the Rumble, in my opinion. Then here comes, Kevin Nash, getting his surprise pop of the Rumble. But I still say Booker T got the better pop of the two. So, yeah, and Trish Stratus once again returning at this past Elimination Chamber 2011, and I was very happy. And 2/21/11, Undertaker, and then everybody. I was even kind of getting on the bandwagon about Undertaker and Sting at WrestleMania 27, but no, it was Undertaker versus Triple H 2 at WrestleMania 27, and I'm praying they do not go with Undertaker and Triple H third time. Triple H does not need to face Taker again. Enough said. Alright, yeah, and surprisingly, cartoons back from the 80s are making a comeback. Voltron, and now they're showing Voltron Force on Nicktoons, which I'm a huge fan of. The new Thundercats on Cartoon Network. The Power Rangers are back on TV, and they're under Nickelodeon now. Power Rangers Samurai, all that stuff, and of course, Beavis and Butthead are back on the air on MTV. In my opinion, it's like the best move has made since this current era. And Fear Factor's back on NBC, so if you like that show, it's back. And my favorite thing come back is the 90s Nick is back, baby! The stuff I grew up on, the true Nickelodeon, in my opinion, because the current Nick sucks ass, but the 90s are all that reminds me of how epic Nick 90s was awesome. Great time to be a kid. And I'm thankful Team Nick did this. And I can't wait to see what they have in store going into the new year. Alright, finally, the farewells of 2011. And now, the farewells of 2011. As Oprah Winfrey, yeah, Oprah Winfrey, yeah, after 23 seasons, she finally, put her show to rest, and that was a huge blow to TV itself. And now she currently owns her own network, and from what I hear, the network's not doing too well, and they pretty much are thinking about making Oprah return back on TV just to save the ratings and stuff. And I just recently saw a promo for her, like a new show. I think it's called Oprah the Next Chapter. So yeah, that's Oprah Winfrey. And another like show time, like a show host icon, Regis Philbin. He officially retired from Regis and Kelly. After so many years on that show, he did with Kathy Lee, which I remember, and he did with Kelly. And I remember when he brought her in and stuff, and 10-year run with her, and now he's gonna retire. And I think Kelly's gonna have like a new co-host, but we're not sure because right now they're just being celebrity week in, week out, like a guest, co-host until they find a current co-host. And here's the one that struck my heart. I was at WrestleMania 27, as you already know. Edge, the rated R superstar. I mean, little did we know his match with Del Rio for the world title, which I was happy he won, by the way. Unfortunately, 2 weeks after that, he unfortunately had no choice but to retire because during his speech he said, after he got that neck surgery back in 2003, he felt like he's wrestled on borrowed time, and if he continued wrestling, he would end up in a wheelchair, and we all don't want to see Edge end up in a wheelchair. So once again, I'm thankful I got to watch you, Edge, at this past WrestleMania 27 live, and I hope you get in the Hall of Fame maybe this year or sometime down the road. So once again, rated R. And then we lost a lot of people this year. We lost some good people. You had Nate Dogg, man, that really surprised me. Amy Winehouse, yeah, just some people were saying like we pretty much saw that coming a mile, but you never know. And the Macho Man Randy Savage, ooh yeah, 2 out the handle and I'm too cold to hold. That death really surprised me. Just like any other wrestling fan. I grew up with this guy. I mean, this was a huge blow to the wrestling community because he's an icon, man. There will never be another Macho Man Randy Savage, and in my opinion, he is, will, and always will be the true spokesperson of Slim Jim. He actually made you want to go get a Slim Jim, and I even purchased a Slim Jim in his honor because I haven't had a Slim Jim in years since I was a little kid, and during when the weekend of his passing and stuff, I watched a lot of Macho Man promos, commercials and my favorite cartoon of all time, Razzlor. And he was, no matter how many times I watch it, I still imitate him. He's like, we get by, destroy the 10 little planets. And yeah, he's awesome. And of course, Slim Jim. And it's just, I'm just sad that I will never get to meet him. It sucks. But I'm like, him and Miss Elizabeth are together, so I can only be happy for that. And Troy Davis, like I said earlier, in my opinion, and pretty much almost everyone's opinion, he didn't deserve to die the way he did. He didn't deserve it. He really did. It was just a straight up injustice, is all. Shows you that there's still a lot of injustice in the world. And recently, Oh, with Brock Lesnar, you know him losing at UFC 141, and then ever since then, you know, and I was surprised he retired from the UFC, and he didn't have that big of a run. It's almost like his WWE run. He didn't stay too long, but he did a lot in that short run. And I'm like, and like pretty much all the rumors just started flying. Like, is he behind the 1, 2, 12 promos and stuff? But as much as we want that to happen, it's not going to happen. He's still under UFC contract, so until he's finally released from the contract, he can't do it. But after this, I think I see him returning to WWE in the near future. All right, those were my outlook on 2011 as a whole, and it would be right for me to not do some shout outs. Alright, I'm going to make a shout out to my girl Rochelle973, Stay Cool, Miss A-Rye, and Dirty Southwood Club. I'm so happy I met you, and Rochelle973. You guys are awesome. You always stick behind me no matter what. Low Key, Homie, Stay, do what you do, and King of Kings and all that stuff. V Decepticon, I like you so much. You always comment on my videos. Apex Predator 9 2. I'm happy you're starting to get back on YouTube since you took a break, and I hope I'll ask for more backgrounds for you in the near future. Hannah Banana Bob, I like watching your videos. I'm a huge fan of your videos, and I like that you comment back on what I have to say and stuff. So stay cool. And Kyle enjoys wrestling. Thank you so much for liking my WrestleMania 28 dream car I made in my past videos, and I'm happy you're back, man, because the IWC, YWC, whatever hasn't been the same without you. So I hope I see big things from you in 2012. The Lex Man, I'm a huge fan, like I said, like with Kyle enjoys wrestling. Thank you for liking that Randy Orton video I made in my past videos, and I'm sad that you're not part of Legendary Shoes anymore, but, you know, gotta move on. Hopefully I'll see more of your other group, that Four Horsemen group. Alright, Wrestle Bunny, love you always from your always loyal brother, Bunny Looney, and I can't wait to see your awards show. Namaria Cosplay, or Anne Marie, I'm so happy I met you during AWA, and hopefully I'll meet you more in 2012, and stay cool. And last but certainly not least, which I am Will or Tina, or Christina, yeah, or whatever. I'm so happy I met you at AWA as well. You were awesome, Naruto. I put you next to Krishna, and of course my other girl Tina. You three are the top, like the Naruto trio in my opinion. You're like the best Naruto cosplayers I've ever seen. And recently, I like your Sebastian cosplay and stuff. So, and hopefully I'll see more of you too. Alright, anyways, this was my 2011, the good, the bad, the comebacks, and the farewells review. This is your boy, once again, RKL2582, signing off, and once again, Happy New Year, and 2012, here I come.